Is this thing going? I think it just tried to stop. Anyway, I have about a dead battery on this Recordums device, and we're gonna find out if I can, in fact, do a car talk this evening. This is take 2 of my attempt. But no, Tuesday evening, a little cool, a little rainy. Looking forward to a nice night, although there's a few errands I do need to run. Kind of slipping intentionally into project mode. Really have a goal of working on this Layers record to completion, hopefully by the end of this year, over the next couple of months. And while I do have most of the songs demoed out, some of those demos, it's obvious, okay, this is too fast, okay, this is too slow, okay, that beat's not going to work. And some of that means kind of going in and building it from the ground up. Some of them, you know, the demo is going to be able to transfer right into the thing. And then the other fun part of doing a bit of a record, I've had a batch of songs for this record for the past handful of years. I say handful, at least 8 years. This has been on the plans for the next record. Most of these songs have existed that long. Some of the songs have not existed that long and are fairly new, but seem like they fit this collection and should work as part of Layers. And then there's this new batch. Really getting inspired with some of my friends, getting into some different types of music, and in trying to make songs similar to those types of music we're exploring. You come out with something, you don't always hit the mark. In fact, usually when you're just starting things like that, you don't usually hit the mark. But you come up with something neat anyway. And a lot of the recent work I've been doing with non-Layers songs, or songs that would turn into Layers material, is in that vein. Talking, you know, genres ranging from shoegaze and dream pop to electro retro wave. Lots of fun modern music. Kind of have a penchant for what I like to think of as future music. And that is what's been tickling my fancy lately. Last night I worked very late into the night on a great tune that I'm really enjoying the heck out of. And not like anything else written for the Layers record, which is good because it allows for some change of pace on the record, but also a little bit of skewed continuity. You know, if they're all just indie acoustic songs recorded live to 2-track, probably be a pretty boring record. And on the other side, if I just did like a 5-song dream pop EP, or, you know, electric retro wave instrumentals, those might not be as interesting if they didn't have a little bit of tangible music right next to it. So that's a bit of the philosophy I'm working on right now with the Catfish Jones record, Layers. And as with most things, the art, the album art, is a huge facet of the art for me. And Layers is no different. I've got a great album cover concept working, and much like the title, I keep adding layers and adding layers, and it's gonna be a very interesting little cover, and a lot of the little drawings are gonna find their way, I'm sure, into the music videos of that piece. I do apologize for being a little distracted. I did make it onto the highway. We are behind a pretty slow truck, what's sometimes called an elephant race. I'm sure you guys can hear that I've got the hammer down, a little lead in the boot, and we're going to take the checker over here. we are experiencing quite a change in temperature. And usually this time of year it happens where you get a bit of a cool front that comes in. And in the transition from fall to summer, you get that cool front, and then it kind of pushes the other way, and it's warm, and then your cool front comes through, and you're cool again. But now we're into the phase where the front comes through and it cools down, but before it goes back the other way, another front comes through and it cools down even further, and that repeats itself multiple times. Which is just the way that it is. It's part of the weather cycle that I'm quite glad to get to share. Yeah, I think it'd be very boring to just have summer year-round or winter year-round, or as optimal as some people might think it would be. 72-degree weather year-round is not my idea of a fun time. I like fall because of the cloud formations. You just get a lot of great storms, low-hanging clouds like a high fog or something like that. And today is no different. Just gorgeous formations. It seems like a huge overcast day, and then you pop out the other side of thing to clear blue skies and glowing sun, and you look back and it just hits where you have these oranges and this purple undercarriage, and I tell you what, I do love to just observe. I'm a bit of an observer, if you haven't been able to tell. So it seems that even though my intro got neutered a little bit because of this battery warning, I was still able to do most of a car talk and ride home with you fine folks, talking more and more with my really good friend Nez Lover about this tiny painting challenge coming up, and I think we're looking to share those November 15th, November 16th, something in that range, Thursday or Friday of that week. At least a few of us are going to be painting or drawing or making a tiny cornucopia. Baseline for me on tiny is 2 inches by 2 inches. And even though some of the paintings I do are a little larger than that, up to 3 inches, sometimes oblong and not squared, but the baseline is 2 inches by 2 inches. And challenge suggests that there's going to be a winner and prizes. I don't know about all that. There went my phone. So, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, I don't think we're going to keep this one, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Get over here for... Okay. Well, we got a good look at the underside of my floorboard and such. I will probably have to view this and make sure it's in fact viewable before just spamming the upload button. But you never know. It might turn into an actual car talk with only a little bit of only a little bit of minor adventuring in the bargain. So let me begin my wrap up. As we were talking about a tiny painting challenge, anybody wanting to join and paint or draw or craft a tiny cornucopia for this tiny painting challenge, we are looking to release videos of those in a couple of weeks. I will try to post Nez Lover's video in here in the description area. And otherwise, there's plenty of things happening around the old Catfish. And I hope you guys are doing well. I will look for you around the boards if I make it that far. But like last night, I might just get stuck in a song. They're so captivating once you get in there and you just build it layer by layer by layer. Joy. Such unmitigated joy. Friends, I will talk to you very soon. And until I do, be well. Maybe next time, I'll think of an ending.